Good morning, students. I've been going through the graphic organizers for the Enduring Issues project. Today is Monday, May 4th, and I hope you had a nice weekend. So I've been going through the examples, and some of you are not filling out any information at all. You're sort of dropping in a picture or a event title, but you're not putting in any explanations or the the cause and effect. I need to see those in here, so I'm going to show you an example of one that's very well done, and you guys need to add to your organizers so that you can be complete and get a 20 out of 20. So here's one that I gave a full 20 out of 20 on. And again, the enduring issue here is the impact, growth of New York City in history, gearing questions here. She puts, and then in the thesis claim, throughout history, New York City has served as one of the most important places in America because of its great financial strength, location, diversity, and port, and today it still plays a huge role as not only the greatest city in the nation, but as a symbol of American possibility. So if you look at that, she has a very strong thesis claim. Then she has some really good background information that dates back to the time of the Dutch and also the British development and also it becoming its own city. Also, it became the place where the first president was inaugurated. So a lot of this information she's putting in here. So make sure that you have at least one full paragraph. You don't have to have as much as she has, but she has a lot of good dense information here, which is awesome. But try to make sure you have at least one strong background that includes sort of a historical perspective of your topic. Then you're going to go into, she already explained these in her answer. So what I'd like to also look at, again, is the examples. Here's example 1. She puts the date here, which is very important, which is September 2nd, 1609. This is Henry Hudson's expedition. Again, this had a tremendous impact on New York because it was the Hudson River, and the mouth of the Hudson River is New York Harbor or Manhattan. So really important to use turning point type issues as events. So you put those in there. She has a lot of good information about the positive impact and the negative impact and how it impacted Native Americans, and also how it really did make it a trade capital here with its available to those ports. Then we have different information that's also located here. We have primary sources that include pictures of what it looked like back then, paintings that were done, images from the Hudson. We also have secondary sources that she's listed here, so it's clear where she got her information from. Secondly, she has the Dutch establishment of the New Netherlands and New Amsterdam, and that was in 1624 to 1626. So make sure that you're also inputting that information here. She left out a number, so I just went back and fixed it. But in the positive impact and negative impact, she has clearly delineated and put really good information here that helps support it. And then how does this support her claim? And she has more information there as well. So if you look down, let's go to the third one. She has maps here, which are really great primary sources. She has, again, another picture of an explorer meeting with the Native Americans. Maps are a great resource. Maps really help explain how history works and how the geographical area really impacts. Here's one on the British establishment of New York, which happened in the 1660s. Again, how the British took it over from the Dutch, and how it later changed its name from New Amsterdam to New York. And so lots of really good background information she put here. Its positive impact and the negative impacts there as well. And she includes why is this important as an issue? This particular piece of evidence, how does it fit into the enduring issues claim? And she explains that well there. And then a primary source, which is Hamilton's pamphlet about the farmer and during British rule. And again, another primary source image Again, a painting, because at that time they didn't have photography, they had paintings. Then you have number 4, which is the era of Alexander Hamilton, and this is how he impacts in the region at that time. How he was the quintessential New Yorker. He really did establish a newspaper. He was, and how he really used New York as a financial capital, and why it's financial capital today, really primarily because of Alexander Hamilton's efforts. And it shows here what he started, the Bank of New York, and then the negative impact, and that it did kind of move all the banks to the central northeast area, and a lot of banks, because they were national banks, had an impact on other businesses throughout the colonies. So they felt like there was preferential treatment. But then go through here and take a look at the different sources here. But make sure as you're going through these that you're adding information to it. You have a full week to put 2 of your pieces of evidence together. So use that time. Don't just dump in pictures and information that's just a title. I need you to explain it. What is the cause and effect? Why is that particular event a turning point? Or why is it an important thing to mention as a historian? As the curator of your exhibit, you need to make sure that you explain that carefully. Okay, so that's what I'd like you to work on for today, and I'm going to keep looking at the folder to make sure that you are adding to them, especially those that I've already taken a look at. I want you to go back and add to them, as well as putting in your new ones for this week. You have 2 due. You have 5 and 6 that are due on Friday. So make sure that you're putting your attention and work into that. Thanks.